All right, we're going to continue talking about solving inequalities that have multiple steps. So here I've got negative 2 times x plus 3 plus 4x less than 2. So first thing I want to do is multiply the negative 2 to both sides because we're going to distribute first. So negative 2x minus 6 plus 4x is less than 2. Then I have to look, do I have any like terms? And I do. Negative 2x and 4x are both like terms. So always look on the same side of the inequality symbol if there are like terms to add together first before we start moving things to other sides, okay? So negative 2x plus 4x gives me 2x. I still have the minus 6 less than 2. Well, I don't have variables on both sides, but I do have a two-step inequality. So now I can add 6 to both sides, leaving me with 2x less than, well, 6 plus 2 is 8. Divide both sides by 2, and I get x is less than 4. Okay, so x is less than 4 is our solution set. So at 4, we would do an open circle, and it would be shading to the left. Okay, so I've got 7 times x minus 3 plus 9 greater than or equal to 37. So again, I'm going to distribute. So 7 times x is 7x. 7 times negative 3 is negative 21. I still have the plus 9 is less than or equal to 37. Again, from here, I want to look at those like terms. So negative 21 and 9 are both like terms that are on the same side. Yes, they're like terms with 37, but 37 isn't on the same side. Okay, so negative 21 plus 9 gives me negative 12. So I get 7x minus 12 is greater than or equal to 37. I'm going to add, oops, not there, 12 to both sides of my inequality. So 7x is greater than or equal to 49. From here, I divide both sides by 7, and I get x is greater than or equal to, well, 49 divided by 7 is 7. So our solution set is x is greater than or equal to 7. So because it's greater than or equal to, we're going to have a closed circle at 7. And since it's greater than, we're shading to the right. All right, so we're going to look here. So we already noticed I don't have any parentheses. Okay, I don't have any like terms that are on the left side of my inequality. And I don't have any like terms that are on the right side. So from here, all I have to do is get my variable on the same side and solve that two-step inequality. I like to pick the smallest coefficient, but you can move either one. So I'm going to minus the 4x, so that way I come out with a nice whole number. So 7x minus 4x gives me 3x. I'm going to bring down the plus 13 less than 1. From here, it's a two-step inequality, so minus 13. So 3x is less than negative 12. Divide both sides by 3. So x is, remember, I only flipped a sign if the number with the variable is negative. So, oops. So in this case, I would not flip them because the 3 was not negative. So we're going to have it at negative 4, we're going to have an open circle, and since it's less than, we're shading to the left. Now remember, with the shading, it only works if your variable is on the left. And we'll look at one with a variable on the right. All right, so looking at this one here, I do have parentheses on both sides of the equality. So I'm going to simplify the left side first, and then we'll simplify the right side, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to take negative 3 times x, which is negative 3x, negative 3 times negative 4, which gives me a positive 12. I still have that minus 1. Okay, then I'm going to combine my like terms here. So negative 3x. Well, 12 minus 1 is 11, so plus 11. Now I'm going to work the other side. Remember, this right here tells me I'm multiplying by a negative 1 through there. So 2x is going to be minus 6x minus 7. Combine my like terms. So 2x minus 6x gives me negative 4x minus 7. Now I'm at the point I don't have anything else I can simplify on either side of my inequality. So I'm going to move my variable. So as we talked in the last one, it doesn't matter which one we use. So I'm going to add 3x. Okay, so I have 11 is greater than, well, negative 4x plus 3x gives me a negative x minus 7. It's two-step inequality now, so I'm going to add 7 to both sides. 11 plus 7 is 18, is greater than or equal to negative x. Now I'm not finished because there's that negative with the x. So I want to divide by a negative 1. So when we solve this, we get negative 18 is less than, we flipped because the 1 is negative, x. So I know I'm at negative 18. I'm going to have an open circle, but which direction am I going to shade? If we just looked at the sign, we would say left, but that's not true, right? So remember, we always want the variable, we have to do a flip-flop when the variable's on the right. So x is actually greater than negative 18. So always remember, to shade, you have to know that the variable is on the left. Okay, you can't go the direction that it says if the variable is on the right. All right, I want you to work this one out on your own. All right, we're going to talk about two special cases now. Okay, so I'm going to work this one out just like we did the last two examples. So I'm going to start by distributing what I need to distribute. So I get 6x plus 18 is less than, okay, there's nothing else to simplify there, so I'm going to go ahead and simplify the right side. Well, I don't have any parentheses, but I do have like terms. So 5x plus x gives me 6x, and I still have plus 17. Okay, so now I'm going to move my variable to the same side. It doesn't matter which one I pick again. So I'm just going to minus 6x here from 6x here, right? So 6x minus 6x gives me 0x, so they cancel each other out. I'm left with 18 is less than 6x minus 6x is 0, and I'm left with 17. I don't have a variable, so there's nothing else left for me to solve. So if I look at this, is 18 actually less than 17? No. This is not a true statement. Okay, so this is not true. So this is what we would call a no solution, because I get something that is not true at all. This is false. So if I were to actually look at a graph of this, there wouldn't be anything on my graph. It would just be a blank, because it's not true, right? We can't, there's no number on our number line that is going to be, that we're 18, there's no way for 18 to be less than 17. So no number we plug in is going to work. All right, last one. It's our last special case. So again, I'm going to distribute. So we're working these just like we normally would. So 9x plus 6 is greater than or equal to, okay, nothing else left to simplify. Over here, I've got like terms. So 4 minus 3, or 4 plus a negative 3, gives me 1. So again, from here, we're going to pick that variable we want to move. Again, it does not matter, so I'm going to move minus 9x. 9x minus 9x cancels out, right? And I'm left with 1 there. Again, same on the left side, it cancels out, and I'm left with 6. So now I have to look at this statement. Is 6 greater than or equal to 1? Yes, that is true, right? So when we get a true statement, that is all real numbers or infinite solutions. Okay, and if I were to graph this, I would just draw on top of my number line, I'd shade the whole thing. because it doesn't matter what number I have, it is a solution to our. All right, that is all I have for this video.